Yo, what's going on, y'all? I just want to say I appreciate what y'all do. Look up both of y'all. There's a lot of people out here trying to take advantage. But anyway, so it's kind of funny that y'all are doing this live on this today because I had this seller on my Driving for Dollars list, and I called her up. She was like, my husband passed away. She's looking to downsize. She's like, probably gonna list it soon. Talk to my realtor. So I'm like, all right, I kind of already know what I'm gonna have to deal with. So I had called the realtor. She kind of gave me a little more of a rundown as far as like the seller's story and the condition of the house. So she texted me this morning. It's been like a month since I last talked to her. She's like, we're probably gonna list it this weekend for 400, but she kind of kept her word. I was on like the front line of it, so she, contacted me, told me what they're gonna list it for, whatever. So I kind of have the chance to get my offer out there before anybody else. But I still know, I'm like, all right, I'm still gonna have to deal with all the BS of on market. She's gotta ask for proof of funds, the EMD. But I mean, my guess is that regardless of what my offer is, because I threw my offer out there and she's going to present it to the seller tonight, but I feel like she's still going to list it because I'm sure the seller wants to see what other bid she's going to get. But I guess my question is like, what advice do y'all have as far as like attacking this from a wholesaler standpoint who clearly doesn't have the money to buy this house? Like, obviously I'm going to have to tell her if it gets to the point, I want to assign this.
Dude, this is simple. We had a full video today on why you should not deal with gatekeepers. So my best advice for the future is don't deal with properties that deal with realtors. Those are never the best deals. Now, this seller, in my opinion, let me know if I'm wrong, she's basically chosen to make the realtor her gatekeeper, right?
Yeah, I had no idea. I wasn't on the MLS looking for deals. It was a Driving for Dollars.
But still, she chose this person as her, and she will not accept anyone else besides the gatekeeper, right?
Yeah.
So guess what's going to happen with the realtor? So remember the conversation. What did I say realtors only care about?
Well, they want to get their commission, obviously, but they don't want to piss off their client, their seller.
No. Realtors only care about one thing.
What was that?
You watched the video?
Yeah, I've been watching the live stream, but
I said realtors only care about one thing: money.
Right.
So if you give an offer to the seller and the realtor presents it, and the realtor's going to make no commission on that deal, what do you think the realtor's going to do?
Well, I already offered her to work with me as far as dual agency.
Dual agency?
Yeah, she was kind of like, it's not listed on the MLS. They're going to list it this weekend, but she kept her word. She was like, I'll keep you down.
Is your listing agreement signed?
I don't know, but I never really wanted to do business unethically. Like, I was like, because I was told by one of my cash buyers, like, oh, you should just call the seller, go around. But I was like, I don't want to piss anybody off. And
yeah, you don't want to do that. Well, here's the thing: if she signed a listing agreement, she needs to get paid. And if the listing agreement's signed, it's theoretically an on-market deal. Correct. So you have to ask that question.
Okay.
So I mean, the best way to go forward is present the offer, but you have a gatekeeper, and it's going to get harder. The only way around this is, unfortunately, you're gonna have to bring it to the realtor because you have a gatekeeper now, and we're wholesaling on the MLS basically.
They have leverage, and I mean, it is what it is. We deal with this all the time. Yeah. So in this example where you did Driving for Dollars, and she wants to put it on with the realtor, the only thing you can do is give your argument and say, listen, here's, we talked, and you just got to find out in the truth of what the seller wants. And sometimes they go, listen, I want to sell this without like a ton of hassle, and I'd like to move on. And honestly, I think the realtor might save me some aggravation in doing that. And go, oh, okay. So let me get this straight. You don't want people trampling through your house. You don't want like open-ended purchase contracts with huge inspections. And we didn't talk even about the appraisal period. What if I could give you an offer that did this, this, and this, and everything gets taken care of, and I compensate your realtor to review it? Is that something that we can talk about? That's it. And listen, you're not going to win every one of the arguments. It's like, honestly, once they list it, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, it's 95% of the time a closed door. It's just once it's closed, and then you leave the door open. If the realtor kind of asses out, maybe you can go on the back end, but that's it. Like, guys, once the realtor has locked it down, it's like having a bodyguard like surrounding you, like trying to go through a hostile crowd, and they're trying to pick the one person that's going to reach the farthest. It ain't going to be you.
I think the listing agreement was already signed. I think that's a big problem.
Well, who do I ask?
You asked the realtor, you asked the seller. I mean, they both signed it.
Okay. Should I call the seller up and ask if she signed a listing agreement with the realtor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well just find out.
If she did not, this is what I would do. I'm just telling you what I would do. Now, this might not be what you want to do, but hey, if they say no to the listing agreement, hey, Mr. Seller, I mean, I'm just going to be completely honest with you. We never buy properties that are on the market, because why would I pay an extra 6% commission if I can just give that extra 6% to you, right?
Yeah.
And so that's probably going to be what's best for you. Just having an extra person is going to kind of end up making less money for you. And that's why we don't deal with it. So if you want to talk to me, I can offer you for the property, but if you want to go with the realtors, go with the realtor. And you talk like that.
And just say, listen, if you're okay with the inspection periods, people walking through your house, and trying to figure out if the bank's going to appraise it, then I get it. Like I can't offer that, but like most of the people that want to work with us, there's So are there any challenges with the house?
Yeah, so they actually had an inspection already, and the realtor sent over the report to me today. It's more than I thought.
Yeah.
Sounds like this is realtor talk already. The inspection report.
I mean,
So I'm going to be brutally honest with you. And so I'm not a licensed realtor and I'm not a broker, but I do own an agency. In my opinion, the worst thing you can do is get a pre-inspection on a property. Because number one, now you make your homeowner 100% liable.
Yeah.
So if they find something wrong right there, you have to disclose it. You don't have and the realtor doesn't have a choice. So it's got termites or anything like that. Number two, she just incurred a $500 to $600 charge to the homeowner to do this inspection when your buyer would pay for it anyway. So she's already in the hole. And so like, I can't get people to stop like this type of, if you have like the perfect house, why? This sounds crazy, but like, honestly, you cannot reason with people like this. It's just when they make up their mind, they make up their mind. So she's taking the realtor's advice, and to be honest, it's terrible. It's really bad advice.
Yes.
What's the seller's motivation?
She's looking to downsize because her husband passed away.
Okay, so that's a decent motivation. You just got to figure out if she wants the most of the house or she just wants a quick cash offer. Because
If she wants to what?
if she wants a quick cash offer, or she wants to sell it for the most.
Okay.
Because you're not going to convince her at a price. Have you even talked numbers with this person?
With the realtor, yeah, not the seller directly.
And so what numbers are working? Is the realtor giving you a number that's working?
Yeah, so I got the card here. She was like, we're gonna list it this weekend for 400 probably. I was like, all right.
Are you
ARVs.
texting her this?
Yeah, well, I had a conversation with her on the phone like last month, and then she texted me this morning. You know, we're finally about to move forward.
Okay.
Because they're waiting for a little while, a couple weeks to hear back from the title company as far as like what the seller still owes on it. She finally got back to me. She was like, we're gonna list it this weekend, 400. I'm like, all right. ARVs in the high fours. So I threw it out. I was like, all right, I'm at 315. She's like, have you been to it? You know, we did this and that, some landscaping. I was like, all right, whatever. But then she sent me the inspection report, and I got a better idea with pictures and all. And I was like, all right, this needs a whole lot of work. So she said after I said 315, she said we need more, as she wanted to pay all cash to downsize, and if her fixing the pool would help you get closer to 325, 335, then she would fix the pool herself. I was like,
Ryan, I've done over 1,000 wholesaling deals. Do you know how many deals I've closed over text?
Small amount.
0. You're trying to be the first person to close a killer deal over text. Why are you giving an offer over text?
Have you spoke to her on the phone?
Yeah, I have. I had a
But
good
he gave an offer over the text.
Yeah, you got
He didn't talk to her for a month, and then he texted an offer over. Dude, that's like telephone times 4. Why do you think every single person that closes deals does it over text? Does it over the phone? Texting is not the way to close seller or close realtor.
You can make adjustments.
It's a bad communication method.
So
like this, is it better to ask somebody out over the phone, in person, or over text?
I don't want to get rejected, so
But like, what's the worst one? Ryan, what's the worst one and what's the best one?
Yeah, no, I definitely understand where you're coming from. It's more
Why are you asking somebody out over text?
because she
That's not
texted
romantic.
me, because she asked me over text what it was. So it's like, I'm sure, I guess, okay, and yeah.
they can text you, but you got to communicate back to them. Remember, you've got to try to invoke some sort of emotional response.
Yeah.
Really hard when you got a gatekeeper, unless you're
And you're
talking
texting.
to the owner. Because I got to tell you, man, the way men and women read text are like night and day. Ask me how I know this. Like, I didn't even know you were yelling at it if you like capitalize. It's open to interpretation, and it's not going to help you out.
You can't get tonality. You can't get any of this stuff. So, dude, I've told you a million times ever, you cannot close sellers on text. That's never the way to close a seller. I don't care if the seller initiated over text. We fired an acquisitions agent because they tried to close somebody over text because they thought it was easier, and they wouldn't stop doing it. So we fired them.
Yeah.
Hey, you cannot close a seller over text, right?
Yes.
I just texting sellers are never going to be the option, and texting realtors. So that'll strike one off of you, man. It doesn't sound professional, and you were already out during an uphill battle with a realtor, and just doing a cold wait. That's not how you do it. Why do you think the gurus, when they close you, they do it over the phone? If they could text you that their course is
emotional
$10,000, then they will close. No, they have to do it over phone because they have to give it emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if the gurus do it over the phone, I mean, why are you going to be any different?
Yeah. I do. Like, listen, just
How many deals have you closed over text?
like one.
Like one.
One my entire
That's
career. The guy's
4,000.
like, just
3,000.
and it was like one of the freak ones. He's like, just take it. I don't want it. Like, it was like, but I still had to call the finalize. I didn't do everything over the phone, but like, I get it. Like, dude, trust me, in the perfect world, I would love to do that. I would just stay somewhat in contact, whichever party you choose issues there, and just go find other deals because your
Yeah.
odds of once they ink that listing agreement, like you are way on the outside now.
I think you're putting too much effort into one deal.
I
You got to
agree.
be dealing with multiple.
Yeah, I'm trying not to, because that kind of would lead me to my next question. Was the only other question I had, which was when I pull the government list, water shutoffs, and the code violations, how far should I go back?
30 days.
Okay.
You should be looking forward now.
But there should be active, like all active code violations for the past 30 days. There should be active ones from the past 60 days on too.
Okay. How do you look forward on them? Like, you just ask for the ones that are about to be.
No,
So
so
you just look. I mean,
all
like,
active code violations and all properties that have the water shut off on it right now.
when I say forward, it just means within the last 30 days.
Yeah.
If you go
Okay.
too far back in history, a lot of them have been closed out, they've been changed, and you're wasting your time because they've already probably been marketed by others. So the idea
Yeah.
is you connect with someone and have a conversation when you got a shot. But I used to try to go back. I go, oh, I'll just do a year's worth of probates. It'll save me a ton of money, like 0 deals.
Yeah.
Like you cannot go back in time on probates. It doesn't work.
Yeah, because I just had pulled this water shut off that's for the past 6 months. I was like, should I even market to all these?
No, 30 days. And if the water got shut off and turned back on, that means someone probably sold the property or something else happened. So active right now.
Okay.
So-
All right.
Time is
Yeah,
everything, man.
Yeah. So I'll probably give the realtor a call here in a little bit, see if. But
And
then
don't spend a lot of energy on it because
I'm
you're not getting paid for it. So just, hey, if anything changes, give me a call. I appreciate it. I can't do that number, but if you can't get an offer, let's
Yeah.
reopen the conversation.
You're doing the
That's
right
it.
thing. You're going after off market. You're doing it.
Yeah.
The problem is, especially in our company, once a realtor is a gatekeeper involved on it, the chance of getting a deal plummets hard. And I hate to say it.
Is it
Dude,
the
I've
cart?
tried it. When I was starting, I tried every which way to make
Yeah,
it work.
I'm just like, and if you're new to this, you've never done a wholesale deal, this could be, in my opinion, the most painful strategy like you can do because
Yeah.
you don't even know wholesaling. And then a lot of people just don't know like real estate lingo. It is like a double whammy. And you're like, you're gonna be scratching your head for the next 3 months.
Yeah.
The thing is wholesaling, if you do it correctly, you keep progressing, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're going to fall on your face, but eventually you get paid doing it. I cannot give you the exact same thing off of MLS. Wholesaling, guys, if you're watching this video in the middle, wholesaling means you contract the property and then you assign your contract. When you go on MLS and you buy it for cash and you rehab it, that's not a wholesaling. It's not even close.
Exactly.
Okay. Just a quick question. If you were to pull the like code violations for a certain county today, when would you pull the list again?
All type of government lists because they're not going to be a lot.
No, but like the code violations. Like if I pulled it today, when
okay.
would you go back to that county and pull it again?
Oh, every month.
Every month. Okay. All right. That's all I got. I appreciate the help.
Keep it up, Ryan.
Okay, man.
You're doing good, man.
You got it.
I'm just trying to help you out because, dude, you will be so frustrated dealing with multiple types of these deals that even with my experience now, when I get that type of deal, I'm just like, I just give them an offer. Like, don't put too much effort into it.
Yeah.
Because I've dealt with like 50 of these type of sellers, it's never worth it for me.
Yeah. I'm definitely
got
not
it, man.
putting all my eggs in one basket.
Keep it up. I like your drawing for dollars though. Keep it up,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, good job, man.